Good morning, people. Oh, it's the Tuesday after Easter. I've had a doozy of a weekend, and last week actually. Still suffering probably the effects of the flu. Yeah, but anyway, we'll give this a go and see what we can find for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Well, first of all, we might just do this Divine Masculine reading, and then we'll skip on into the other one. Divine Masculine energies for the week. I have no idea what the date is. Maybe the 19th, is it? 19th. Okay. Oh, sun. Oh. Wow. Hmm. So, I think at the moment the masculine is actually really trying to focus on material things more than anything else. The Ace of Fire here would suggest that what is hidden is a wanting to move forward, to take action, into moving forward. His life is, I think, at the moment seems to be fairly abundant. There doesn't seem to be anything really holding him back, except for the fact that what we have here is the devil. The devil is quite often always in masculine readings. They're easily tempted by the devil. And it would appear that now is no exception. It seems to be a challenge for them to constantly, you know, it's always there. The devil is always there, and quite often it's a temptation that draws them back constantly into a 3D matrix world. Through lack of self-knowledge and self-worth, they tend to fall back, and the devil will consistently, you know, try to tempt them in all ways, because that's his job. The Two of Earth here, he's like, financially, I think the masculine is just trying to keep a balance, and in the material world and also in his physical world, he's trying to keep his life balanced. He is wanting to move forward in the fact that we do finish with this one here, which is the Ace of Cups, which is new beginnings in love. I really feel like this is like the masculine really starting to see how in the past, through his past actions, through the temptation of the devil, that he has not really held himself in any real esteem, or has had a really low sense of self-worth and not really loving himself terribly very much. But now it would appear that there is a new love beginning within himself, and it is towards himself that this love is directed, and it is very needed. There's also to the Lion of Judah here, which is the energies that the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine are now in, regarding the Christos Sophianic energies. The Christos has now taken the form of the Lion of Judah, for we are in the end times. And so the strength is needed for the masculine to be able to move forward and find that self-love within that he knows is in him, within himself, and resides within himself. The masculine in the past, and probably still, sometimes still caught up in that matrix world where the opinion and the feelings of others meant more to him, and than his own opinions and relying on his own intuition. So he's relied on family, friends, gurus, whatever, you know, to I guess to help him to make his choices for him, because he's not actually really been able to become independent in the feeling center enough and in his intuition enough to be able to make those decisions on his own. However, that is changing. He is really beginning to start to see where his life, it's like he's got this tower here. The tower is like a shake-up of the old, and the old system is actually starting to disintegrate, and it's disintegrating in all of us. So I think at the moment the masculine is actually in a state of I would say more peace and gentleness than ever before, and really starting to see that that anything that has happened in the past has been due to him not trusting himself enough to make decisions on his own, to be able to make those because putting all, you know, really wanting to sort of like keep people happy and have them make decisions for him, or to help him make decisions for him, keeps him back in that material world. He's not then able to sort of like find any real self-love or sovereignty within himself. That has been the past energies, but that's not what's going on now. There is a shake-up that is occurring, and he's beginning to see through this shake-up that he's been responsible for allowing others to direct him in his personal life, in his physical life, in his emotional life, in every single way, shape or form. We're all complicit in this. We've all allowed the feelings and the opinions of others to sway us in a lot of our, you know, and you can see it in the world that we live in right now. We rely on our media and our political systems to direct us into a world that they believe is better for us than what we would want for ourselves. But you know, when you wake up, you realize that you're being fooled, you're being tricked, and that the only person that really knows anything and should make any decision is oneself. And so the masculines are now starting to realize that they are the ones that need to make their own decisions based on their own feelings, their own opinions, their own self-worth, based on their own self-worth and self-love, which is now what they're moving into, which is a really amazing thing to see. And that is going to bring union within. The divine masculine and the divine feminine will come together in union, but it must come together first within oneself. Thank you.